if you were in a sales meeting and your potential client tells you your price is too high, how would you respond? Now, most people are going to immediately try to lower their prices to try to close the client. But what if I said there was a way to close the deal without actually having to lower your prices? And in this video, that's exactly what you're gonna learn how to do so that you don't have to always lower your prices and you can start getting paid what you deserve. And you wanna make sure you watch this video until the end because you're not only going to learn the strategy on how to handle this objection, but we're also going to go through a live sales role play so you can see these strategies in action. What's going on, everybody? My name is Patrick Dang. Make sure to give this video a like, subscribe, turn on notifications if you want to see more sales videos like this, and let's go ahead and get started. Now, when it comes to the strategy of handling the objection, your price is too high, the main reason for why people are not buying, or maybe there's some friction there, is because the perceived value of your product or service doesn't match the price that you are asking for in the client's mind. Meaning they're thinking that they have to pay you a lot and they get very little, right? And there is this mismatch over here. But in your head, you're thinking that your product or service is up here and you're only asking for this much, right? So they're thinking this, you're thinking this, and so there's a misalignment of value. And essentially this is a communication error, right? What you want to do is, instead of having, your perceived value and their perceived value be completely different, you want to align it so that they see the value that you provide and they see why you're charging the price that you're charging. Ideally, they would think that your product and service is so good that you're undercharging for whatever you're selling. So to handle this objection, it's all about shifting their perceived value and getting them to understand what you understand. So let's go ahead and go through a sales role play where I'm going to sell lead generation agency services to John. And we're gonna jump to the end of the call where we'll typically have objections. All right, John, to solve the challenges that we talked about on this call, it's going to be an investment of $8,000 to get this taken care of.
$8,000? I feel your price is too high.
Now, I've actually been in the lead generation space for a while now, for years now, and I actually feel this is a very competitive price compared to what's on the market. So I'm actually really curious to know what kind of price you were expecting for something like this.
Well, for something like this, I was expecting a price closer to $4,000.
Okay, and just so I get a better understanding and we're on the same page, where exactly are you getting this price from?
I read a few articles online and they said lead generation services cost about $4,000 per month.
Okay, I see. And do you know if the solution that we're talking about today is going to be the same exact thing that you're reading about for $4,000 per month, online?
I'm not 100% sure, but it seemed kind of similar. They would just kind of build out a prospecting list for me and someone would send out cold emails on my behalf, right?
All right, totally makes sense. Now, just from experience, at that price point, typically what you're gonna get is going to be like a lead generation copy and paste kind of agency. Do you mind if I just take a second to tell you what the difference between that would be compared to what we're offering you today?
Okay, sure.
All right, so typically for a lead generation agency like that, where you're paying $4,000 per month, you're pretty much gonna get like a copy and paste agency, meaning that, they're just gonna find a big list, whether they have a list or they're gonna make a list on LinkedIn of thousands of people. And they're gonna copy and paste a template that they use. They might change it here and there for your industry and things like that, but not really too much. And they're just basically going to spam everybody and try to get you meetings that way. Now, if you send, let's say, 100 messages and you get one, that's a meeting, right? Not bad. But the problem is that you're kind of hurting your reputation by just spamming everybody and not making it personalized. And the people that actually take your meeting, you may not even want to work with those kind of people, right? Because they're just kind of building a list and they don't really care who these clients are, just to make money. And a lot of times these people who are doing this are actually just people they hired overseas and you're doing it for cheap, and obviously the quality is not gonna be the best. Now, what makes our services different is, number one, all of our employees are based in the US, right? So our researchers, our copywriters, everybody is based in the US, and we really have a strong pulse on what's working in the market. And we're not just copying and pasting the same templates over and over, we're really identifying who your potential clients really are and trying to find the best fit for you, so that number one, you can work with the clients you actually want to work with and would enjoy working with. And number two, we're writing careful, personalized message to your prospect. So instead of playing the numbers game like everyone else is doing, what we do is we really do focus on who exactly should buy from you, and we focus on quality and not quantity. And obviously, when you really put in the effort to reach out to the people that you want to work with and the message is actually good and gets results, then it's gonna be great for everybody. And our copywriters and our salespeople that have been doing this, they've been doing it for years. They are sales veterans, so we know exactly what we're doing and we're confident we can get you results. And of course, there's going to be a difference in price, obviously, but if you think of it from an ROI perspective, right? You know, our services, essentially, we aim to make you a lot more money than you pay us. So essentially, our services can actually be free when it's all said and done because of the results that we're going to give you. We're going to get you more meetings, you're going to close more deals and bring in more revenue for your business. Now, with all that said, does that sound fair to you?
Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense.
All right, I'm glad we sorted that out. Now, at this point, what do you want to do next?
So my next question is, how do we get started?
All right, so now that we completed the sales roleplay, let's go ahead and analyze and break down exactly what happened and how we were able to overcome this objection. Now, the objection was your price is too high, right? I came in at $8,000 per month, and then maybe he saw a competitor or something online where they were charging lower, $4,000 a month, right? And so now there's a misalignment because he's thinking, why is Patrick charging me $8,000 when this thing should cost $4,000? But it's a miscommunication because maybe what he read online are different services compared to what I was providing for him on the phone. So the first thing I did was try to understand why exactly he felt my price was too high, right? In the beginning, you don't really know. You don't know if they're talking to a competitor, they read something online, or maybe they have their own opinion on something, right? You just don't know, so you have to ask. So that's why I asked him, just curious, like, where did you get this price? And then he told me he found it online. And then I asked him more questions to dive deeper into what exactly is this price, what services are they offering, and is there a difference between what a competitor is offering compared to what I'm offering? And if there is, how can I separate that difference and show that the reason for why my price is higher is because you're getting more value and you're also paying for better results. And that's exactly what I did when I handled that objection. I kind of just separate myself from everybody else and I really give a clear, logical reason for why I would charge more. And then at the end, what I did was I reframed it, and so instead of just saying that I charge more because my service is premium, I'm also saying that you're also gonna get a return on investment, meaning that even if you're paying me more money, in the end, it's free because you're making more money than you spend with me. And lastly, I closed it off with a soft close. I asked the person, hey, is that fair? They said it was fair. And then I asked them, what do they want to do next? And obviously they want to move forward and they want to see what the next step in the buying process is like. And that is how you handle the objection. Your price is too high without lowering your prices. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And let me know what you thought of this video and these type of roleplay videos, because if you like it, I'll be happy to make more. And if you want to see more videos on sales, make sure to check out my other videos. With that said, my name is Patrick Dang, and I will see you guys in the next one.